Did someone say murder? Hello collectors, and welcome back once again to Brotherhood of the Bat Collectibles. My name's Chris, the BSC, and I'm so incredibly glad to be back with you today because we are reviewing another piece from the Dark Knight's Metal line from XM Studios. Now this is the third in the line that we have done, and it is absolutely incredible, and this is the 1/4 scale Murder Machine, again, from XM Studios and Dark Knight's Metal. Now this is basically a hybrid of Bruce Wayne merging with Cyborg. It's almost kind of like an Iron Man piece. It is really, really cool. There's all these robotic elements, and my favorite part of this, spoiler alert, is this base. The base is really cool because not only is it at the bat signal, but it also has this really great blue grid system, which I actually fell in love with when I first saw the preview. Again, this is the prototype, so what you are going to get might be slightly different than what is here. I can tell you that whatever you're going to get in hand is going to be this, if not better, because all of my XM Studio pieces are phenomenal, and this is going to be a really, really fun piece to review for you guys. Now, is Cyborg my favorite character? He's actually probably my least favorite character in the Justice League. I just think the other characters are more interesting. So I was curious as to learn a little bit more about the Murder Machine and, you know, what his deal is. And basically it is Bruce Wayne's trying to deal with the fear of losing Alfred, and that is what basically this character represents. So I found that very, very interesting. And also, of course, the art is very interesting. You know, if you look at it from all angles, again, a lot of silver and a lot of blue, but there's a lot more going on that you see whenever you're a little bit closer. So I do want to give you close-ups. I want to share my thoughts and opinions, so that's exactly what we are going to do today. Ready? Here we go. Alright guys, so here we go again with Murder Machine, XM Studios, and this again is Bruce Wayne as Cyborg. And so I'm going to give you kind of a quick pan down, and we'll start with the base, because again the base is, you know, really my favorite part of this. I really, really like it. So here you have kind of this stone base. It's kind of almost a square, but then you also, you know, it instantly goes up into the bat signal itself, which is really, really awesome. So here you have one of the arms. Again, it's been broken, it's been tattered. It's got all of the electrical components, you know, going up the statue, which is neat. It also has real wires. These are real wires going in and out, which looks great. So not only do you have sculpted wires like these copper wires there, then you also have real wires that are posable, which is really cool. That goes up and around the base. And again, you just have this big drum basically as the signal itself. And then again, all the mechanisms, you got some gold color there, again, all that copper, I love that. Great patina there. And then of course, again, you have this kind of this concrete stone base, like a rooftop base. And then of course you have this is just so cool. So this is like this water base, but it is kind of like computerized. It's got all these pixels, and it's really beautifully painted. It is all not one shade of blue. Like there's different shades in here. It's primarily kind of like an aquamarine blue, kind of like an ocean blue, but there are subtle, you know, whites and some darker blues as well, which look really, really great. And then again, that kind of envelops the signal itself. It's kind of bubbling up basically from the signal, which is cool. And then of course, if you look at the signal here, you have that great Batman emblem there. I really like things like this. Like, look at the way the emblem, the corner is bent up. It's like it's gnarled, like he's stepping on it, which is really neat. It also has some great weathering along the edges. It's like, you know, it's been pounded, it's been stepped on. It's very, very cool. And again, these wires are posable, so you can kind of change it however you want as it goes around and wraps around the rest of the base. So again, you can kind of play with that a little bit. These, you know, are a little bit movable. So again, that's kind of up to you. But again, it has this ocean effect. I mean, it just looks really great. Sorry, I've got some of the styrofoam there, guys. But look at that. It's just so cool. And it wraps around his body. And then, of course, you also have kind of a smaller one that's coming up from around his foot. But isn't that awesome? It's just really, really neat. I love the detail there. And then let's look at him. Again, he's kind of like Cyborg. He's kind of like an Iron Man type character. He's got the blue piping which goes through here. Again, beautiful paint. You can see everything is really clean and crisp with the paint, which again, XM always does such a phenomenal job with their paint. Here you have like the mechanisms, the gears in his knee, which is awesome. Again, he is a robotic type creature. Which is awesome. Cyborg, I mean, he is a cyborg, but it's Bruce Wayne, so, you know, take it however you want. Let me go around here and show you again like his hip. again, look at the detail. Have the nice little color there with the kind of that copper. Again, the copper matches. So like, you know, you have like the copper down here, you have some of the golds, and again, that all matches up with some of these same colors up into the statue itself, which is really cool. Let me see if there's any back detail. Oh yes, definitely some back detail here, which you can see. It looks absolutely fantastic. I mean, look at that. You have all of that copper elements and then those blue elements there. Bat booty, I guess you could say. I don't know. But anyway, so much sculpt there. It's really, really cool. And then, of course, as you come forward, this is the part that looks like Iron Man to me. I mean, come on. You can just, you know, you can just see it. I love it. Very, very cool. Got that blue there. And then, of course, that goes into the silver arm. Again, beautifully painted. You have those blue pinstripes throughout. It does look like it's lit up. It's not, though. It's not lit up. But, you know, it kind of looks like it is. Got that great red bat emblem, which is awesome. Again, the great chest armor there. That goes up into the shoulder pads. The shoulder pads key in. So just wanted to let you know that. And then, of course, you have that great Batman portrait. Kind of like almost like a Batman Beyond look. Short cowl ears, which is awesome. There is no portrait swap out on this. There's basically just one other arm swap out, which I will show you. So basically what you see here, guys, what you see is exactly what you are getting with this piece. But again, let me show you again the profile here. It almost looks like a Wolverine cowl almost. Like it's really cool. And then of course, it's all, you know, sealed up. Just looks cool. Again, this is another Batman villain, basically. It's Bruce Wayne as a villain. Again, this shoulder blade, you know, or armor does pop off, so you can take that off and put the arm in, no problem. And speaking of arm, like this thing is so cool. It's basically a blade with all of these tentacles coming out of it. It's really, really awesome. It is a little delicate, so you know, definitely be careful. Again, this is the prototype, so you know, it might be a little bit different in hand, but you definitely don't want to like run into that. It will snap those off. So again, just kind of like my Batman back there with the cape, you know, you're going to want to make sure you kind of tuck it. And that's the great thing is because it goes back in the statue. So I don't think very many people are going to have very many breakages because it's not sticking forward. I think if they had reversed it and the front hand was like that, I think that, you know, collectors might run into some problems. So anyway, look at that murder machine. Again, what you see here is exactly what you're getting with this. Really cool. I mean, no other bells and whistles, no other swap outs other than the arm I'm about ready to show you. But again, let me give you kind of a 360 spin here, you know, just another look at the whole detail of the statue. Again, it's just very impressive, especially if you love this character, if you love these stories, and you're collecting the line, you know, this is something you're definitely going to want to pick up. So anyway, let me go ahead and swap it out for the other arm real quick. So I totally had it wrong. I thought the arm swap out was in the back, but it's actually in the front, and this thing looks really cool. So again, you had kind of that Iron Man type arm going forward, but I think this actually looks even cooler. Like it's really neat. And of course, then you have both of these, you know, these cybernetic arms, which looks great. Really, really like that a lot. And again, look at this thing. Look at this blade. It's really awesome. Look at that. It's got the blue element there. And again, it's just basically an extension of his arm, but it does make him look more dynamic. He's more of like a defensive pose that way, which looks great. And again, it's kind of like, you know, covering, I don't know, I feel like it's more dynamic. I really do like it quite a bit. So again, that gives you kind of an idea between the two. Definitely different looks. I just feel like it makes him look even more badass this way with that blade. But I'm curious as to what you guys think. Which swap out do you like better? But again, basically you just get those two swap outs. So you have, you know, this look right here. Again, let me kind of zoom back so you can see the whole effect with that particular look. Again, I think that looks really awesome. Or again, you can have kind of this arm right here as it's, you know, kind of coming forward like that. So again, really cool to be able to choose between the two. But anyway, that's it right there. It just looks awesome. So, okay, I know you guys are going to want some measurements. So let's get into that next. But again, Murder Machine looking great. As always, I like to do measurements for you guys. And again, this is a quarter scale piece. It's not going to take up a tremendous amount of room. The base is sizable though, and he does kind of reach back, so that is going to affect the depth. So let me give you kind of the idea of the width of the base. I just want to give you the base alone. The base width is about 15 inches. Whenever you add the diagonal though of the back arm weapon, whatever that is, to the front of the hand, that's about 24. When you're talking about depth from the front of his hand to the back there, that is about, I'm going to say about 16 inches deep. So that is going to definitely take up a little bit of shelf space. Let's look at the height here. In terms of height from there, we're looking at about 22 inches tall, maybe a little bit over that, just slightly. So again, it's very much fitting with the rest of the line, but these pieces are big. Like, you know, if you compare this to like a premium format, the premium format bases are a lot smaller. These have a lot more storytelling elements, however, and they're big and massive and they're just awesome. But again, if you're collecting the whole line, you better know you're going to have some space going in. But again, they're not like, you know, it's not as big as a third scale base, obviously. So anyway, hopefully those measurements give you some you know, idea how much shelf space you're going to need. Alright guys, there you have it. An incredible look at the Murder Machine, again, from XM Studios. Again, this is the prototype, so I do want to keep saying that. But it is a really, really fun, awesome piece. And if you are interested in this one, I will have the link down below in the description if you are interested in ordering that. That does help support the channel, so thank you very much. And again, this is a very, very fun piece. Is it as dynamic as, let's say, Red Death? No, but it's still a very, very cool piece, and especially if you are collecting the entire line. And I do want to say that whenever I've unboxed all of these, I am going to do a video with all of them together so you can see what they all look like with the entire Dark Knights lineup, which is absolutely incredible. All of these Bruce Wayne villains, very, very unique and very, very different. But again, this is a very, very fun piece. I think XM did a fantastic job with the sculpt. I love the blue color. I think that adds a really nice pop of color. But again, I do want to turn it over to you guys. What do you guys think about this one? Is it something that you're going to pick up, or do you already have it on pre-order? Let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, thank you guys so very much for checking out the video today. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you right here in the Batcave. Thanks to XM Studios. Awesome piece. Hey guys, pardon the interruption, but I want to take just a second and talk about one of my newest sponsorships here on the channel, the Ridge Wallet. And here is my Ridge Wallet right here. It's absolutely fantastic. It is so incredibly compact. It has completely replaced my old wallet. This thing was bulky, it was wide. This takes up so much less room in your pocket. Of course, there's many great features with this wallet, including the fact that it can hold up to 12 cards, and if you pop it out just like this, it's easy access to your cards. It also has RFID blocking technology, which means that people trying to steal your information, it will be blocked. And also, if you flip it over on the back, there's a really tight, great money clip for your cash, so it's going to keep everything nice and secure. Now, of course, being the Batman statue collector, I chose the black titanium. Absolutely fantastic. I highly recommend this one, but of course there are other colors and designs if you're interested. Now, there is a special code at checkout, BSC. Use that for 15% off your order. I will put the link down below if you're interested in that. Again, I highly recommend the Ridge Wallet. I think it's fantastic. Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these two awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.